Dạ bẩm có
Dân
thảo
phu.
dân.
Dạ bẩm
Dân
có dân
phu.
nữ.
Thảo dân xin chờ
Nô
lệnh.
tài.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Nô tỳ.
Xì. Điện hạ có gì
Nô
sai bảo?
tài.
Điện hạ có gì sai
Nô
bảo?
tỳ.
Dân nữ
Dân
xin
nữ
chờ
đã
lệnh.
rõ. Dân phu.
Bái kiến điện
Nô
hạ.
tỳ.
Dân nữ xin
Dân
mời
nữ
lệnh.
xin đến ngay.
Dân nữ
Dân
vâng
nữ
vậy.
dân nữ đã rõ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dạ bẩm
có
có
thảo
sao? Điện
dân.
hạ có gì sai bảo?
Nô tài.
Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh.
Dạ bẩm
Thợ
có
săn.
dân nữ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Dân phu.
Điện hạ có
Thợ
gì
săn.
sai bảo? Dân nữ
Thợ
xin chờ
săn.
lệnh.
Săn.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm có thảo
Thợ
dân.
săn. Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh.
Nô tài.
Điện hạ có
Thợ
gì sai
săn.
bảo?
Săn.
Dạ
Thảo
bẩm
dân
có
xin
thảo
thảo
dân.
dân đến ngay.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thợ săn.
Điện hạ có gì sai săn? Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh.
Dạ bẩm
Thợ
có
săn.
dân nữ.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm
Thợ
có thảo
săn.
dân.
Thợ săn.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo dân xin
Thợ
chờ
săn.
lệnh. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Thợ săn. Dạ bẩm có thảo dân.
Thợ săn.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Tiều phu.
Dân nữ xin chờ lệnh. Thợ săn. Bái kiến điện hạ. Dân phu. Lao dịch. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Lao dịch.
Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh. Điện hạ có gì sai
Thảo
bảo?
dân xin chờ
Thợ
lệnh.
săn.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo
Thảo
dân
dân
xin
xin
làm ngay. Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm. Dân nữ xin làm ngay. Tiểu phu. Dân nữ xin làm ngay. Dân nữ đến ngay. Tiểu phu. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Dạ bẩm có thảo
Dân nữ
dân.
xin chờ lệnh. Dạ bẩm có dân nữ. Bái kiến
Dân
điện
nữ
hạ.
xin làm ngay.
Nô tỳ.
Thảo dân xin
Thảo
chờ
dân
lệnh.
ngay.
Thảo dân đến ngay. Thảo dân đến ngay. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm có dân phu. Lao dịch. Bái kiến điện hạ. Nô tỳ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu. Dân phu.
Xin phụng mệnh.
Dạ bẩm có thảo
Thảo
dân.
dân đã rõ. Dân phu, nô tài.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Dân phu. Dân phu.
Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Dân phu. Dân phu. Dân phu.
Dân nữ đến ngay.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm
Thảo
có thảo
dân đã
dân.
rõ.
Có tiểu nhân làm ngay.
Điện hạ có
Thảo
gì
dân,
sai bảo?
thảo
Thảo dân đã rõ.
Xin tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh. Dân phu.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xin phụng mệnh. Tiểu nhân đã rõ ngay. Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Làm ngay. Tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Dân phu. Dân phu.
Điện hạ có gì tiểu nhân đã rõ ngay đây.
Dạ bẩm có
Thảo
thảo
dân
dân.
đã rõ. Dân phu. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Dân phu. Dân phu.
Dân nữ xin chờ lệnh. Tiểu phu.
Dạ bẩm có thảo
Dân
dân.
phu.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm bái kiến điện hạ. Dân phu.
Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xin tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xin tiểu nhân làm ngay lệnh. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Dạ bẩm dân phu.
Xin phụng mệnh. Tiểu nhân đã rõ đây. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Sống đây. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo đây?
Thảo dân xin làm. Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh. Thảo dân xin làm ngay.
Có tiểu nhân sống đây.
Bái kiến
Thảo
điện hạ.
Thảo dân đã rõ.
Xin phụng mệnh đây.
Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh.
Có tiểu nhân có gì sai bảo? Làm ngay. Tiểu nhân đã rõ ngay. Tiểu nhân làm ngay.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo?
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Tiều phu.
Điện hạ có tiểu nhân bảo. Tiểu nhân sống lên. Tiểu nhân đã rõ ngay. Xin tiểu nhân đã rõ ngay.
Dạ bẩm có thảo dân.
Dân phu.
Dân nữ xin chờ lệnh. Dân phu.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo? Phu. Dân phu. Dân phu. Dân phu. Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh. Lao dịch.
Dạ bẩm có thảo dân.
Thảo dân đã rõ. Dân phu.
Điện hạ có gì tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay. Xin có tiểu nhân. Tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay. Điện hạ có gì sẽ bảo nhân đã rõ. Mệnh. Tiểu nhân hạ có gì sẽ đã rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ làm ngay. Điện hạ có gì sẽ bảo nhân đã rõ. Làm tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay. Xin phụ mệnh nhân lệnh làm ngay. Tiến công. Tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay. Các huynh đệ giết. Điện hạ có gì sẽ bảo tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh. Dân phu.
Xin có tiểu nhân. Điện hạ có nhân sẽ tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay. Tiểu nhân lệnh đã rõ. Có tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay.
Bái kiến điện hạ. Dân phu.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Dân phu.
Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Xin tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Dạ vâng,
Thảo dân
có thảo dân
đã rõ. Thảo dân đến ngay. Thảo dân xin làm. Dân phu. Dân phu. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Phu. Thảo dân xin chờ đã rõ. Dân phu.
Điện hạ có mệnh sai bảo. Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân là các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân đến ngay. Thảo dân đã rõ. Dân
Điện
phu.
hạ có gì sai bảo.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Dân
Xin
phu.
có tiểu nhân. Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Xin tiểu nhân làm đã rõ ngay. Tiến công. Tiểu nhân làm ngay. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Xin phụ mệnh tiểu nhân lệnh làm ngay. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Có tiểu nhân xin phụ mệnh nhân lệnh đã rõ. Giết. Có tiểu nhân xin tiểu nhân đã rõ. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo đã rõ. Xin phụ mệnh.
Dạ bẩm, có
Thảo
thảo
dân
dân.
xin làm. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân xin đến ngay. Dân
Điện
phu.
hạ có gì sai bảo. Xin phụ mệnh. Giết. Có tiểu nhân xin phụ mệnh. Điện hạ có mệnh sai bảo. Có tiểu nhân xin tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Xin tiểu nhân làm ngay đây. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay. Xông lên. Có tiểu nhân hạ có gì sai bảo. Xin điện mệnh có gì sai bảo.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm, có thảo dân.
Thảo dân xin chờ. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân đã dân. Dân phu.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Dân làm ngay. Thảo dân xin làm ngay.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm,
Tiều
có thảo
phu.
dân.
Dân phu. Thảo dân xin chờ rõ. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo đến ngay. Dân phu. Thảo dân xin chờ lệnh.
Dạ bẩm,
Thảo dân
có
xin
thảo
làm
dân.
ngay.
Phu. Có tiểu nhân. Tiểu nhân làm ngay. Tiến công.
Bái kiến điện
Phu
hạ.
dịch. Điện hạ có gì sai
Dạ
bảo.
vâng, có
Thảo dân
thảo dân.
rõ. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Tiều phu.
Có tiểu nhân. Các huynh đệ.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Lao dịch.
Điện hạ có gì đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay. Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo dân xin chờ rõ. Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Dân phu.
Dạ bẩm, có thảo dân.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Tiều phu.
Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Xin có tiểu nhân. Điện hạ có gì làm đã rõ. Xin phụ lệnh. Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xin phụ mệnh. Xin tiểu nhân làm ngay. Các huynh đệ. Giết. Điện hạ có gì sai đây. Giết. Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xông lên. Giết. Điện hạ có tiểu nhân làm giả rõ. Các huynh đệ xin phụ mệnh. Điện hạ có tiểu nhân làm gây. Tiểu nhân làm giả rõ.
Dạ bẩm tể tướng.
Có tiểu nhân.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo dân xin chờ đợi. Thảo dân đã rõ. Khu dịch.
Điện hạ có nhân sẽ bảo. Tiểu nhân đã làm gây. Các huynh đệ tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Các huynh đệ tiểu nhân đã rõ. Điện hạ có tiểu nhân làm tiểu nhân làm gây. Sống lên. Tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Điện hạ thảo dân đã rõ. Thảo dân đến ngay.
Tiểu nhân làm gây. Các huynh đệ. Có tiểu nhân làm gây. Tiểu nhân làm gây. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Có tiểu nhân làm gây. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân làm gây. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân làm gây. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Các huynh đệ. Xin tiến công. Các huynh đệ.
Dạ bẩm
Lao
có thảo
dân.
dân. Bái kiến điện hạ.
Dân phu. Tiểu dân.
Điện hạ có nhân đã rõ. Xin tiến công. Sống lên. Có tiểu nhân sống lên. Các huynh đệ. Xin điện mệnh làm đã rõ. Xin tuân lệnh hạ các huynh đệ. Có tiểu nhân làm đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay lệnh tiến công. Có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Sống lên. Điện hạ có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xin phụ mệnh. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay lệnh. Sống lên.
Thảo dân xin chờ đợi. Đã rõ.
Điện hạ có tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Xin tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân làm ngay đây. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Sống lên. Tiểu nhân làm ngay rõ đây. Có tiểu nhân xin tuân lệnh. Các huynh đệ. Điện hạ có tiểu nhân làm ngay lệnh. Sống lên. Tiểu nhân làm ngay rõ. Các huynh đệ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Thảo dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân đã rõ. Dân phu.
Xin phụ mệnh. Có tiểu nhân. Các huynh đệ.
Dạ bẩm có thảo dân.
Điện hạ có nhân làm đã rõ. Xin phụ mệnh. Xin tuân lệnh.
Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Thảo dân đến ngay. Dân phu.
Điện hạ có tiểu nhân làm ngay. Có tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Dạ bẩm có
Dân
thảo
phu.
dân. Bái kiến điện
Dân
hạ.
phu. Thảo dân xin chờ đợi. Điện hạ có gì sai bảo. Dân phu.
Xin tiểu nhân làm ngay.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Bái kiến điện
Dân
hạ.
phu.
Dạ bẩm có
Dân
thảo
phu.
dân.
Điện hạ thảo dân sai bảo. Thảo dân xin chờ dân phu.
Có tiểu nhân đã rõ ngay. Xin tiểu nhân đã rõ.
Dạ bẩm có thảo dân.
Tiểu nhân đã rõ. Sống lên. Tiểu nhân làm đã rõ.
Điện hạ có dân xin làm ngay. Thảo dân xin chờ đã rõ.
Bái kiến điện hạ.
Phu.
Có tiểu nhân xin tuân lệnh đến công. Đây. Tiểu nhân làm ngay.
Dạ bẩm có thảo dân.
Dân phu.
And I almost lose the castle, so I delete it. I'm like, oh my god, this is a disaster. And at this point, it's full chaos. I mean, it's been chaos for so long now. So I'm just trying to like do whatever I can. And yeah, I bring the monks forward. Try to keep the mangonel at bay while I get the castle down. Not the best position of the castle. Right here would be perfect, but I wanted it to be safe so I don't die to mangonel. And at the back, I'm constantly getting raided as well. This time I have better defense with the monks. And it's just a little bit of micro here as well. But yeah, I think while I'm microing, I do lose some villas at the back. And here he comes with a TC. And this TC that he's making here allows him to spot my villas. What do we have here? Wait, what? He loses a vill? The villas are stuck to it. How did they get here? What is that? How did they even get here? What? They're literally trapped in a corner fighting a wolf. Trying to build a TC here. Wait, what? How did they get here? Okay, he right clicks them in, and then they all gather. He right clicked this exact tile. One of them came here, 3 went here, and then the wolf trapped them, and they're stuck because he went to build a TC. Oh my god, that's hilarious. They're literally stuck because he wants to go build a TC, but the Jag is on my team, the tiger. And this deer is running around. She's like, oh shit. Yo, something crazy is going down here. She's running back and forth. Doesn't know what to do. Anyways, a little behind the scenes action there. What happens actually? Did he lose a vill? Did he lose another one? Okay, no. She fights him off. Okay. Yeah, meanwhile, obviously, there's all kinds of crazy stuff with the raids and, you know, the castle going up. So he lost the vill, but he gets the town center, and he's gonna kill the other 5 vills from me. So you know it's fair enough. Because of that TC, he's gonna find my my villagers in the corner. This map wasn't picked enough. The reason why no one picked this map, in my theory, is because look how chaotic this game is. You know what I mean? Imagine this is your strategy. Like, okay, I want to go into a tournament and I want to play a messy game. No one really thinks like that, you know what I mean? Everyone's like, I want to go into tournament and I want to do so and so strategy and I want to win with this, you know, this particular way. So if we had more players that were like a bit more crazy, then this map would be picked more often. By far the most bad map of the tourney, yep. But I think it has a special charm, you know? Now here I'm being so annoying with him with the units. By the way, I pick up ballistics, so I actually have a good chance to pick up a lot of vills here. And this knight tanks. He's at 1 HP. He tanks a demo, and that allows my ship to kill everything else. So I'm slowly whittling him down in the water. And I didn't really realize this in game here, but I pull ahead very hard here. A, because I'm killing a lot of vills. So I kill like 5 vills there, 6 vills. And B, because I'm on 4 TC booming. So this next 5 minutes are where I win the game. I didn't realize it again. I thought the game was closer, but yeah, looking at it now, like he's gonna lose this TC. He's losing a ton of vills at the back.
O Marquês de Gramont. Desafio para o ganhar ou perder é uma saída.
Quero que encontre a sua paz, mas uma boa morte só vem depois de uma boa vida.
Desafiamos a superioridade de Rexona 72 horas nas rotinas mais exigentes. Rexona segue te protegendo quando os outros te abandonam.
And now I'm looking to pick off as many vills as possible. Looking to fully control the map. And like, and then even in the next 3 minutes, because I'm up to imp, I'm not looking to take any massive fights. I'm just looking to control the map and just push my advantage further. I think this is something that I got a lot better at over the years. I used to like rush to finish the game. Like 3 years ago,
33
I go for
noticing.
another forward castle. Like 3 years ago, I go for another forward castle. I'm looking to end the game. But now, I'm just chilling, you know? I'm like looking up top, finding some vills. I think I can start getting some outposts on the side as well. Just looking to push my advantage further and further, and that's how I like to play the game from now. And I'm just in a good position. Henning with the tier 3 for 33 months. I actually saw Henning for the second time at the meet and greets or at the meetup area. Henning, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you once again, my man. Hopefully you enjoyed the time there as well. It was a pretty sick area. You kind of caught me as I was coming in, but we saw each other later as well. Yo, thank you A77. Appreciate you, bro. Some relics coming in from him, but at this point, yeah, I mean, we can probably just fast forward, because at this point, nothing really else happens that's special. I convert his knights at the back, and I'm just waiting to win the game, basically. Yeah, he's at 70 pop. It was a chaotic game, and it kind of just got the better of him. Oh, I don't know how to say that name, because it's in Asian characters. I don't know what language that is. Thanks for the 7 months, though.
Congrats.
Thank you so much, bro. OJ, what's up? Thanks for the 5 months. Hello, what DPI mouse I'm playing? Right now, it's like 1100, I think, or 1150, 1200, something like that. Hello, Hera. I am an Overwatch tryhard now, and out of love with AoE, but love the content, bro. Yo, Big Nips. Totally fine, man. You play what makes you happy. Is that Big Nips or Big Hips? I can't tell. Big Nips. Okay, sorry. Had it right the first time. Thank you, my man. If you're out of love with AoE, that's completely fine, bro. Play what makes you happy, what you're enjoying, and you know, AoE is always there. You can always enjoy the tournaments or whatever you want. Thoughts on KOTD5 early favorites? Oh, we can talk about that. Yeah, we can talk about that now, actually. I don't like that KOTD5 is 3-vil start. That's my first thoughts. It sucks to start off with something negative, but you know, not very happy about that. But overall, I'm pretty excited for KOTD. It's a tournament I've never really been able to, you know, do well in, really. But it's a tournament that's always fun to play. Now, I don't really like... Oh, I think I'm sounding too negative. I don't really like full Arabia tournaments because it's hard to prepare something. So I think what I'm going to do is no boot camp for this one. I'm just going to stream ladder games all day, pretty much, and only prepare a little bit with like some drafts, and that's it. I think that's what I'm going to do it. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts about KOTD. Like, I'm excited because it's a big tournament, but it's not the tournament that gets me the most pumped up, to be honest. Because like only Arabia for me, even though you see me grinding the ladder only Arabia, it's not interesting when it comes to preparing for a tournament. Like for me, Arabia is the autopilot map, the day-to-day map. It's not like the tournament map. So anyway, I don't want to be too negative about it. I'm still excited because it's a really big tournament, but I'm going to approach it differently than other tournaments. However, on the positive side, I get to stream more leading up to it. So I don't have to set aside as many days to practice. I get to just play ladder games on stream, play some Arabia, and kind of figure out what the best civs are that way. Now, I have just one concern with it being 3-vil start. I predict we're going to see a lot of two things. A lot of market abuse, and B, a lot of full wall into either all-ins or booming. Like, we're going to see either early full walls, so there's no action, or market abuse. And it's the only way to have action. And that's the problem with 3-vil start. So that's kind of how I see a lot of the games playing out, which is the problem with full Arabia tournament. Like, you get a lot of the same games. I also think that the two militia drush will be pretty popular. I think the community needs to either commit to 1 or 3-vil start. Needs to either commit to 3 or 9-vil start. Yeah, I agree. 3-vil start is good for us cigarette smokers. Yeah. What about the draft? I don't know if there's anything specific about the draft. You mean the French draft? Yeah, that one. Curious why it's specific to 3-vil start. The market part? The market part, okay. Market is good in 3-vil start and 9-vil start. But what's the difference between 3 and 9 will start? In 3 will start, you have too much time in Dark Age. This lets you lure all your deer, scout all your map, and find out the perfect way to wall while having the best economy with the deer. In 9 will start, you can lure your deer, but then it's hard to scout your map in time to fully wall it. That's the difference between that. And Market is really strong when it's full wall game, because both players full wall, the guy gets the castle 1 minute earlier because he's Market abusing, and then he can win the game. Because he breaks in and just kills the other guy. But when there's a lot of action in Feudal Age, Market is less strong because, you know, the one guy can just make a tower and, you know, things get messy and the Market doesn't have the same impact, if that makes sense. Why 9 will start? Could it be 6 or 7? I don't know. 9 will is what they just came up with. You making a lot of sense here? I'm glad I am, man. Glad I am. So yeah, if it's up to me, guys, honestly, I think every tournament should be 9 will start. I think it's something like, honestly, I'm not gonna be like I was on the 9 will start from the start, from the beginning. At first I was reserved. I was like, I don't know about this 9 will start. We'll see. You know, I said I'm gonna test it out, but after playing with it, it's so much fun to play. It's hard. Like, it takes a lot of skill to be, you know, good at 9 will start. And, you know, I just feel like it's the best way for the game to go forward. And yes, you know, Johan saying a good point in the chat. The game is balanced with 3 will start, but the balance for 9 will start is pretty good too. You know what I mean? In fact, it's actually more interesting because I feel like you have a lot of different civilizations that see more play at 9 will start compared to 3 will start. Anyway, let's go for game 5, me versus Yo. Hello, Sunny B, what's up? Let's remove the button. Greetings from Austria. What's up, man? Thank you so much, Sunny B. Yeah, we'll remove the button, hopefully. One day. One day. Mr. Hare, what do you think regarding hidden picks and hidden bans in the upcoming tourney? In KOTD? I don't know anything about that. What's happening? Can someone let me know what this hidden pick and hidden ban thing is? I can give you guys my reaction to it, but I honestly just don't know anything about it right now. New draft system. Okay, but what about it? First pick is hidden pick. Same civ can be picked. I don't hate that, but I don't understand why we would need that. We can both pick the same civ. Why did he make his barrack here? What? Did he want to hide that? His barrack is in the weirdest position. Bans are all hidden. I mean, okay. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. But on first impression, I don't mind it, actually. I personally like mirror matches, to be honest. I just don't know if I'm gonna like one mirror match or one hidden pick into draft. Like, that feels a bit weird. But I don't mind mirror matches. So yeah, here I get really lucky seeing his militia earlier. I get to full wall my villager before making my dock, and I think right here is where I don't lose the game. Had I lost that villager, I think on the spot I pretty much lose. It's a very risky strat from him, but now I'm in a great position. So the game was pretty much won or lost right here, I think. He said it's to lessen the gap between the higher seed and the lower seed. Wait, am I missing something? So the first game is hidden pick no repeats, or like you can pick any civ. Why would that bridge the gap? Isn't the better player gonna always be really strong with the top civs? I don't see how that lowers the gap. Like, I'm gonna be chilling with Mayans, you know what I mean? For example. But like, if I'm playing me as like Burmese versus, I don't know, Draken on Tuins, then okay, maybe I can lose if I get like Monk Rush with some Knights or something. I don't know. But if I'm playing Mines versus Aztecs, I think I'm winning that every time versus a lower tier player. What's up, Mars? How's it going, bro? Viper said that he was outdrafted at NEC4, so this helps him. I mean, he was outdrafted, but not in every single set. It's just the first civ in the draft is hidden pick. You can play it whenever you want. I don't see how that really makes a big difference, honestly. You've gotten much better at drafting? Thank you, bro. Yeah, drafting is my favorite part of tournaments. Yeah, so basically it guarantees that each player gets their favorite civ. I don't see how that bridges the gap, but it's interesting. It's different, you know. It was funny hearing Viper talk about Hera Leary's draft before the final. He was verbalizing exactly how he got outdrafted. What was he saying? I didn't hear what he said, obviously, because I was playing. Is there a way to work the civ draft into regular ladder play? I suggested that when the game first came out, but it never got implemented. Players just gonna ban your favorite civs, to be honest. That always happens to me right now. I never get a chance to play Franks or Khmer because it's always banned, or if it's not banned, it's because it's not good in those settings. So his Josh didn't really find any damage here, by the way. I just walled in my wood line. I just fished the center. And I felt pretty good about this. I saw him adding a dock, so I actually... we can take a look at my vision here. I saw him adding a dock, so I actually went for the second dock to make sure I win water. I think that was the correct choice, but it did make defending land a little bit more tricky, because I'm now slower to get that range. Maybe staying on just one dock could have been fine, but I really wanted to defend my fish, so, you know, you can't really blame me for making 2 docks. He's also making 2 docks, so you know what? I think I made the correct decision, even if my archer's a bit later. Guys, Hussar civs are actually terrible right now, by the way. I don't know how much I want to reveal about that, though. The Hussar civs are in a really bad spot right now. Or Hussar in general, a terrible unit. Yeah, trust me, it pains me to say that. There's a reason I was playing Arbalest every game. Like, I can't remember a single game where I won with Hussars. It's not even the camel meta. It's literally a halb monk meta. It's a halb monk meta. You make 10 monks so the guy can never make a single knight in the game. And then the guy obviously goes light cap because that's the only thing that works versus monks. And then you just go halb. That's how it works. That's the meta we're in right now. So because the guy has 10 monks, you can't play the game. And then the only count is light cap, so the guy goes halb. And you can't just make Hussar into halb. But that's how pros play. Like, obviously most players can't micro monks like how we do. I win the water here, but I'm also getting hit with the drush. This was annoying. I lose 1 veil right away. I think I lose the second veil too. I didn't get the wall in. But I didn't really mind this. Actually, no, I think the second veil survives. Oh, this is actually good for me. I kill his whole drush and there's only 1 veil. I take that. While I won water. Pretty sick. Oh, here I'm tanking with my demo. Oh, that was pretty cool. I also dodged his demo, but he still gets a good connect. I think that was a good trade for him, actually. But I'm gonna go back and probably win the water here. Hussar Skirm? Skirm is terrible. It needs a buff for his halbs. It doesn't do enough damage. Skirm should probably get the +1 attack versus halb or something like that. Or else the halberdier just runs into the skirmisher and kills it too. And also, like, the monks will just convert the skirms. Like, you need like 40 skirms. Like, the 10 monks he has don't convert everything. If you just bring 15 skirms, the 10 monks will convert to 10 skirms. Those 10 skirms kill the other 5, and that's it. Those are your skirms. Monks are completely defining the meta at top level at the moment. But I don't know how much I want to talk about that because it's something that only applies to like the top 10 players and nothing else. Because you need a really big understanding of how to use monks. So I don't want to make it seem like, oh, everyone can do this, because let's be real, if you're making Frank Knights at 1600 ELO, you're probably going to win the game in most cases. Yeah, monks are the best unit in the game. Like, basically how it used to happen is monks were the best unit until late game, where it's hard to control the monks. But then what happens is the players got so good at controlling 10, 20 monks that monk is now the best unit even in late game. Like beforehand, everyone knew how to micro 5 monks. But when it's 10 monks, everyone kind of messed up and they lost the monks to like random light gaps. But now everyone is paying complete attention to the monks. Everyone's microing them so well that, you know, they're just getting so much value. Yeah, knights are literally useless. I agree, Mr. Daniel. I agree. Congrats again, by the way. Thank you, my man.
Knights and Send It is so strong on lower elo.
Yes, absolutely true. Like, Knights is 100% the meta in lower elo. Only thing that can really beat Knights is like someone with a good understanding of Archer civs or Camel civs at lower elo. Usually Knights are better. How do you actually control 10 to 20 monks? You just have to keep an eye on them so you never lose them for no reason. And then you just spam convert as soon as you're in range of something else. Nasty demo coming here, by the way. Crazy. He hit like 4 ships there. In this fight, by the way, because there's water fights and land fights going, I use my scout to hit this villager. Now look at the scout. This is something I highly recommend for everyone. When there's something intense happening, look at this. We're both microing here. All I did was right-click my scout to hit a villain, and I killed it. And I'm going to do the same thing again while microing. I'm not looking at the scout, as you can see. If I looked at it, I would have reacted earlier. But while all this is going on, I'm going to go ahead and right-click another villain soon. Hopefully. Yeah, soon. And I'm still going to focus here, so I'm not even looking here. And what this does is you get free value with a useless unit. The scout is literally 1 HP, but because he's not watching, I'm going to kill two whole villagers while everything else is happening. So even though I lost water, even though these fights aren't going amazing for me, I still get a free 2 vills, and he eventually reacts, kills them, and I'm still happy with it. Thoughts on Jordan going for the Mongol Steppe FC build by a 1400 player? What? I don't know what build you're talking about here. We have to assign a conversion target individually for each monk? Yes, but players got better at doing that. Do you get more out of reviewing wins or losses? Both. Both are good. As you can see from how I'm reviewing this, I'm seeing some of the things I could have done better, some of the things my opponent could have done better, and I'm learning from it either way. More of the games at 1400, he has done a few builds and really referenced it. Okay.
Congrats the win. Let me know if you want a special challenge to commemorate the victory.
Oh, B-Dod with the 25 months. Dude, big shout out to B-Dod for the massive donos he was dropping in NAC. I think I saw a couple thousands fly in from him. 100 subs come in as well. Dude, that was absolutely huge. People were in the apartment were like, oh, it's B-Dod coming in. Like, this is crazy. Thanks to the 25 months. Do you want a special challenge to commemorate the victory? I would absolutely love that. I'm always game for a challenge. I think I'm going to review the games today, but tomorrow I'm back to gameplay and back to practicing for KOTD anyway, so I'll be playing some Arabia games. And yeah, I'll be streaming a lot tomorrow, so if you have a challenge for me, that would be absolutely amazing. Probably would make my day. Bidal, thanks for 25 months, and once again, thank you for the big dono supporting NAC. When you had 97 vills against Tado, why didn't you do the Flemish Revolution like Lyria? Against Tado? Oh, I didn't think about it. I probably should have. I didn't think about it. I probably should have just boomed to Flemish as well. Do you think Yo played badly? I talked about that at the start of the stream. I don't think Yo played a bad series, but I think his biggest mistake was in every set he played in the tournament, not just in the set versus me, is that his builds in the early game were always like one pop slow, and always he was a little bit always focusing the wrong thing in the early game. This allowed me to always get an advantage from the early game, and it's very easy for me as a player to not lose an advantage. I've gotten pretty good at that, and so that's how I was able to get consistently good results against them in these games. Should monks get nerfed? Yes. Should monk upgrades get nerfed? Yes. One or the other will probably suffice. To be fair, everyone was one pop late, at least compared to you and Larry. True, and that's kind of where we got the advantages from. And yeah, GG well played from Yo there. And this was, in my opinion, one of my best sets in tournaments in general. Was very happy about this one. Again, it's nothing about like being cocky or anything like that. I just feel like for me, like objectively speaking, I felt like I had a really good set here, and I'm very happy with how it played out. A lot of it was huge thanks to the teammates, Hart and Leary, and Nikov as well, for helping me, you know, with a bunch of different little things, practice, you know, strategies, talk, all the little things that led up to the series. And this is the series where I blew all my preparation, because in the finals, I knew I was most likely facing Leary. I felt like Leary was the favorite versus Viper. So there's no point of saving the preparation for the finals. Let's just blow it all in the semifinals. And it resulted in one of the best series ever for me. So very happy about that. And it worked out great. Yeah, Italians are such a good civ, I agree. And now we have 9 more games to review. I don't know if my voice is going to take 9 more games, but it's been fun. We're hanging out. It's fine. It's a really chill stream. I enjoy it. Why not? I'm not really doing like serious review. We're kind of just rewatching them and seeing what we missed. Thank you, Lonyo. What's up? Nikov himself is pretty good. I agree. I thought Nikov had a great tournament. Honestly, it's a shame he didn't go further than like the I think he lost in the quarters. But top 8 for Nikov isn't a terrible result. Losing to Yo, like there's no shame in that. You know what I mean? So I thought he played pretty well, and I thought he played better than what his result indicated in the end, anyways. Could you tell that Viper was feeling bad? I don't know. I mean, if Viper himself didn't tell me he was feeling bad, let's say I didn't see him, I wouldn't really have noticed that his gameplay was lacking. I just felt like his drafting wasn't the best in the tournaments in certain rounds, and I felt like he wasn't as aggressive as he probably should have been in some cases. But I don't know if his gameplay was that like his gameplay felt pretty good. You know what I mean? So I knew he was feeling bad because obviously you can just tell physically in some days, but his gameplay was pretty solid. Who do you think was disappointed the most from being around the players there? I mean, I think Jordan was probably the most disappointed in his play, but you know how Jordan is. He's always got a smile on his face. He's one of the happiest guys around. So he wasn't like down, but you can tell he was disappointed about his performance. And again, I really feel like with Jordan, it was the luck of the draw. Like he got Leary first round, Viper second round. That kind of cooked his entire tournament. Obviously, after that, he still had some chances, but he got a much harder run than some of the other guys. And, you know, sometimes, sometimes it really just is about that. All the mods were allowed in NEC, yes. Viper looked like shit. Gameplay-wise, do you guys think Viper looked really bad? I completely disagree with that. Like, are you guys saying that just because he lost? Let's be objective about this, right? What do you guys think, actually? Do you guys think Viper's performance was bad? I thought his performance was pretty good. I think Viper looked ill in real life. Oh, I'm saying forget physically. Let's focus on the gameplay. Okay, physically. Okay, yeah. I mean, obviously he was really tired, guys. He had some issues come up. I think at the end he was feeling good for versus Leary set. He said he was feeling much better, but some of the group stage were a bit more rough for him. It looked very up and down, inconsistent. Yeah. I mean, guys, at the end of the day, he got semifinals going out versus Leary in a good set. So, you know, it was still a really good result from him, honestly. It's the same thing I talked about after I lost in the TTL finals, where everyone was like, oh, he's always choking. He lost another tournament. It's like, bro, I didn't lose anything. I got second place. That's good. Same thing here for Viper. Like, he didn't lose anything. He got semi-final finish. That's third, fourth. That's very solid, especially with, you know, a good last set. So, yeah, I think in general, people are way too harsh. They see it as like, you're either winning the tournament or you're losing, when in reality, it's like first or second place. They're right there, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah, I felt like Viper had a pretty good tournament, all things considered. Well, I don't think Viper was at 30% of his capacity. Versus Leary, he told us he was feeling pretty good about it, about himself. He was feeling better, you know, mentally and physically. What's up, Nectary? Thank you, bro. How is the language barrier there? I thought the language barrier was pretty good for a lot of people. Like, everyone is pretty fine speaking good English. Even ACCM, he actually understands English very well. Yo speaks very fluent English. It's just that he has an accent, obviously, but his English itself is really good. So yeah, not a lot of problems, you know, hanging out with the guys. All right, let's hop into game 1 of the finals here. How was hanging out with Doubt? I didn't spend that much time with Doubt, to be honest. Hold on. How's that casting? Resets. Best of 9. Cool. I didn't hang out that much with Doubt, but you know, we spent some time at the meetup place and at the apartment, and it was nice to see him again. And I can tell he was disappointed, you know, at not being there as a player, but you know, he was enjoying the time the best he could, and I look forward to seeing him at the next event. He showed up to hit the shisha bar. Yeah, I didn't spend that much time around the shisha place. I really don't like it. It's very bad for your health. I didn't smoke anything this time around as well, so that's good for me. Got out of that. Don't like that lifestyle. That's not for me. But yeah, a lot of the guys were there, of course. Do you always play with LG? For me, yes. I always play with LG. I can't see anything besides, like, my enemy has to be red. If he's not red, I'm never gonna attack him. I don't know where he is. My enemy has to be red. I only hit red. It's maybe a bad habit I've gotten myself into, but that's just how I feel about it. Like, me blue, enemy red is just so natural for me. Why were Dravidians drafted so often considering the horrible win rates? Great question. The thing with Dravidians is that they're not a bad civ at all. They're in fact a decent civ, especially on hybrid maps. However, I think they were slightly overrated. They should have been last pick of hybrid civs, but instead they were like heavily picked. Like, even when there's other good hybrid civs like Italians and Japanese, like, people are just picking Dravidians over those. And yeah, I think that was the problem. That's why Dravidians looked way worse than they were, because everyone was like 3rd, 4th picking them, when it should have been like 7th, 8th pick. Like, last pick, you need one more hybrid civ, because the civ itself isn't bad, but it needs it has like some weaknesses, like lacking cavalry, a bit awkward transitions, that kind of stuff. Sorry, you were asking that question a bunch of times. Well, you got it answered in the end. My pleasure, Mr. Jersey. Why were Persians banned so often? Amazing civ for maps like Frigid Lake, where it's all about the early game, and especially the hybrid maps, because Persians get faster boosting docks, which is really scary, and they also get 50 food, 50 wood at the start of the game, which is also helping them a ton at the start. Guys, this is game 1 between me and Lear, of course, of the grand finals. Going into this mentality-wise, I felt really good, just because I was extremely proud of both of us for getting to the finals. For me, the win wasn't winning the finals. The win was getting here with me and Leary. We both put a lot of work into it, and at this point, it's just let the better man win. Let it come down to what it has to come down to. We both, you know, tried to surprise each other with.
My name is Dr. Ben Song. You're a time traveler.
Right. Good to know.
Really hard against each other though, because we both still really want to win, you know. No, there's no like going easy because it's my friend, like, you know. At this point, it's the finals, it's the last round. We push each other so that we both become better as players from these big tournaments. So we just both go hard at each other and see what happens. Game 1 is Hindustani for him, Magars for me. Hindustani is kind of a garbage civ right now in some ways, but this is one of the maps where it's kind of really good at. because their camos are really scary. Yeah, the reason why Hindustani suffer as well is because they also suffer from the monks, the monk meta. They're just not getting as much value from having 10 monks on the field, because they lost Halberdier. Their Gulam isn't really that good anymore because it got nerfed, and then the fact that they also got the Vils nerfed as well is a bit weird. So at high level, Hindustani suffers a lot more than other civilizations because of that nerf.
Such a great performance in NAC 4. How many hours did you prep?
Thank you for the Prime Vondermark. Honestly, prep-wise, like actual gameplay-wise, I didn't play that many games, but thinking about the tournament and thinking up strats and seeing what other people are doing, we probably sunk 100 to 200 hours, honestly. Maybe even more, because we were like, since the qualifiers, since Heart had to qualify, we were right away planning from there. Maybe even more than 200 hours. It may be like 200 to 300 hours, because yeah, there's just so much to do with this tournament. So yeah, we sunk a lot into it, and yeah, it was obviously it paid off, but we put in a lot. Honestly, if we didn't get top 1 or top 2, then we would have probably lost money on the bootcamp. And if you consider like the time I didn't stream and the time Leary and Hart put in as well, we probably would have lost money if we both lost in group stage, for example. So it was, you know, it was really nice to have the bootcamp pay off with the top spots. That's, I think, what having an esports team would really facilitate in the future. It would take a lot of the upfront costs on the bootcamp away from us. Did casters also get some money? Yeah, casters get paid full salary from going to these events. They get compensated.
You've been a beast on a mission for the past 6 months.
I don't know what
or
they get
so,
paid though.
And it's all coming up good for you. Congrats to #1 player.
Thank you, GRT Max. Appreciate it. Thanks for the Prime for 11 months. And guys, don't be blinded by recency bias, eh? You know, it's still really competitive. I'm feeling good about my performances, but I think, you know, going into the next tournament, there's still, you know, 5-6 guys that are going to be super deadly and, you know, gunning for that win. Did Jordan go to Shisha? Ask him, bro. I don't know. Do you have a regular job also besides gaming and streaming? No, I do this full time. So, you know, the guys subbing right now, the guys supporting me, they're the reason I'm able to do this full time. I used to have, 3 years ago, I used to have another job, but I quit it because I want to focus more on streaming, and it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever done. Yeah, this game was really nice. So right now, we both went scouts. I think he killed the Vil, or no one killed the Vil so far, but it's been a ton of action. He killed the farm. We're both running around with scouts and spears, and he switches into archers. He did say in the interview after the games that he should not have opened scouts. And I think I agree. I think if he went archers and spears early game, it could have been a little bit of a better strat. He only went 1 number camp, I went 2. So that's why a bit later on, his wit issues start coming up. Thank you, Woo Jack, for the Prime for 2 months. Appreciate you, man. I remember when I subbed only 3 years ago, weren't you studying? Yeah, I was studying in university. I stopped studying because I really disliked studying in general, and the school system in general was just not something that I really enjoyed. And I much more preferred to be streaming and handle my stuff. And what I liked about streaming and just playing games is that you reap what you sow directly. If you stream 10 hours, you will get paid more than if you stream 5 hours. You know what I mean? Statistically speaking, you're your own boss. So if you put in the work, you will get the rewards. Same thing for a tournament. If you practice 100 hours, you will get better result than if you practice 5 hours. And I love that concept because when I see, for example, in my job, you get paid by the hour. Some people working hard, some people running the clock. They do nothing and sit around all day and get paid the same. I hated that. So that's why I wanted to quit. I was like, this sucks. And then I see in in university, it's just like half the things just don't matter. It's not something that really benefits me IRL. It's just random theory that never gets applied to anything. So yeah, just stuff like that. Didn't really enjoy it, and I wanted to do something that A, I enjoy, and B, I get to put as much work as I want to put into it. Thank you, Grassnigan, for the 10 gifted subs, by the way. Really appreciate it. But at the end of the day, I have to always remain grateful though with the streaming because yes, it's me putting in the work and the hours. But at the end of the day, without the subscribers and stuff, I would be nowhere anyway. So It's a big thank you, guys. Like Grass digging in with the 10 gifts, really appreciate that, man. And Actual Icarus, thanks to the Prime sub as well, appreciate it, bro. Leary picks up Town Watch here. That's a really good upgrade. I want to show you guys the vision. Look at this. Look at how good Town Watch is. This is why I always recommend it. Oh, look at that, man. It feels so much more relieving to play with Town Watch. I think I'm going to start getting it a lot more often, to be honest. Especially in tournaments where big plays can often, be the difference of winning and losing. Like even here, he sees me running here and he can notice that he has a hole because he sees where my scouts are headed. So if I even walk here, he was going to look and he said, oh, it's a hole. But I'm obviously diving farms here because I don't know about this hole. So I'm just finding any damage. Kill one Vil, lose a couple scouts. Not the best trade, not the worst. Just get house more often, true. And okay, here I think he makes one big mistake. I think he should have attacked me earlier with the spears and the archers and just made a tower on his gold. But then again, it's hard for me to say that because if he, if I'm going full scouts and he moves out and then he just gets counterattacked, then he loses on the spot. So, yeah, it's the kind of thing where easier said than done. But I was really scared about the spears. That's why I made this tower here because I thought he would attack me with the spears. And I was not making any range units. Yeah, I'm continuing to do scout raids. Get another Vil, lose another 2 scouts. Again, not the best trades for me. Like, his defense is pretty solid here. How's my business class experience? Absolutely amazing. Really enjoyed every second of that flight, even though I usually hate flying. It sucks though, because business class is too expensive to afford it. So what happened this time around, guys, is that business class was $200 to upgrade. And that's like, it's not a little bit of money. It's still a good amount of money. But, for me, I was like, let's take the opportunity. I'm going to go for it. Normally, it's like $2,000 per ticket. So this time, $200 per ticket was a lot easier. So I went for it, and it was an amazing decision. Here, he makes a mistake, and I get in, and it's looking nasty for him now because he's losing some Vils here. He's losing some Vils on the wood line. And he's going for counterattack, but now it's a bit late because now I'm going to be massing some scouts. I'm on the way to castle. And the tower I made actually gets some good value here as well. We both have similar castle times as well. Yeah, business class is usually so much more expensive. But for $200, it was very worth it. Nearly booked flights for players? Yes, he did, but if you want to upgrade, it's on you. So he books only like the basic, obviously. If the tournament organizer cover everything, I would take business class every trip. I freaking love business class, bro. I actually, it makes me smile thinking about it. You have like a bed, it's so nice. I felt so freaking blessed on that plane. Normally I'm suffering just sitting there, my legs are crushed, the guy in front of me is coughing. The guy next to me is opening the window thing, which is the most annoying thing on overlight. Guys, never open the window thingy without asking the person next to you if you're on overnight flight. It's the most annoying thing ever. You're opening a portal to the sun. Like, it's so annoying when that happens. Yeah, the kid in the back is punching your chair. The baby's crying on the other side, There's always a disaster on the plane. At this point, I'm able to clear up his aggression with my light cav. Like I said, if he did that earlier, it would have been more scary. But at this point, I felt like, okay, the game is completely over because I'm on the best composition, light cav monks. Look at this. Like, this meta is so disgusting. I'm going to monastery right away, and there's nothing he can do about it. If he makes a camel, it will get converted. If he goes for a light cav, my light cav is cheaper. Flying when you're 6+ feet tall is brutal. 100% agreed. And now there's very little he can do. I'm bringing the monks forward, but I don't think the monks even get there. I just overwhelm him with my cav. This knight is feasting on like 5 builds. He's like 1v5 and he's winning. Because Magyars get the extra attacks, so their light cav and their knights are really strong, and light cav is cheaper, so it's huge. And
Congrats,
GG.
Hera.
That was a big win for me. Builder Studio, thanks for the tier 1 for 26 months, bro. Really appreciate it. What's up, bro? How would you nerf monks? I think I would either nerf the price up front, make the monk cost like 120 gold or 125 gold, or I would nerf the techs. I think I like nerfing the techs more though, because I think what's broken about the monks is the fact that Sanctity is 120 gold. Like, Sanctity should be like 200 gold, because it's a really good upgrade. And also, block printing is 200 gold right now. That should be like 500 gold. So that's like the two changes I would make. Nerf Sanctity and block printing. Redemption is good, but it's also expensive, so that's fine. But block printing and Sanctity are both really cheap. So that's kind of how I would nerf it. You said before NEC4 that we were in a camo meta, but monks counter camels as hard as knights. Camels from Hindustani counter knights really hard. And the thing is, if it comes down to like light cav knight versus light cav camo is way stronger. So that's why camo, it was still really good. And also crossbow camo is a really strong combo. So we are kind of still in a camo meta, but Hindustani was nerfed right before the tournament, so we didn't really get to see how dominant they were. Hey, Hera, well done. Huge respect to you. Thank you, Renu. Appreciate that, man. What's up? I think it's time for a good
Congrats
stretch, guys.
and keep it up. Chaotic
I
D5
have to remove
grand
the
final
webcam
Hera
and
versus
just stretch a
Lyra
little
coming
bit
right up.
for a bit. I'll hop into the next game and we can watch a bit though while I stretch a little bit. We'll just follow the scout and chill. Really not a fox. Thanks to the Prime for 15 months. Appreciate it. Congrats and keep it up. KO35 grand final. Hera vs Leary. Oh, hopefully that would be crazy. Thoughts on Theocracy in the monk meta? It's not that important, but it's nice to have. It's not that important because people are so good at splitting up the monks anyway. I really don't like the idea of nerfing monks. 99.9% of the players being upset about monks are playing at an ELO range where going straight light cav would beat monks. Yes, that's why I think a small nerf to the techs is better than nerfing monks upright. I agree. Normally, okay, at the risk of sounding like an elitist, I think we should balance around pro gameplay, generally speaking, because if let me give you a silly example, but if a knight costs 10 more gold in pro play, we're gonna feel it. In most levels, you're not gonna feel it. So when it comes to small decisions, we should balance around pro play, because that's where, you know, that's where it really matters. The small changes will really matter, and everyone else will have to adapt to pro play pretty much. But when it comes to changes like monks, I do agree that we have to be a bit more mindful with most of the community, because, and I mentioned this as well, monk is only ruining the top 10 players games. Everyone else, really, even like top 20 players, top 30 players, they're not abusing monks, or they're not as good as with monks as the top 10, generally speaking. Some arena players are really good with them. But yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it. So here I'm just looking for the extra sheep. We saw Leary doing the same. He's Tataris. He's wanting those extra sheep, little cows on the side. I find one group, he finds one group, I think, so we're both pretty happy about that. Looking forward to Civ tier list of the NEC4 tournament. I don't know if I will make one, actually. Should I make one? That could be a nice. Well, people watch it though, because the tournament's already over. Maybe I can analyze the stats. That could be a fun one. Yeah, maybe I can analyze the Civ stats of NEC4. That could be a nice tournament. Look back on how the stats. Sorry, that could be a nice video. Look back on how the stats were for the video, for the civilizations. All right, let me put Leary back in the red though. Put the webcam back in as well. Hello everyone. When did I start using ACM's 4 mod? I got it in the bootcamp of this tournament because, or right before this tournament. I should have walled up here. That would have been much better. This wall is terrible actually. I didn't realize. Look at that. That's what lack of scouting gets you. I was luring deer. I didn't scout this woodline, but that would have been a really easy wall. Seems like you have gained weight since Red Bull. Yep, I have. I want to lose it though. Ramadan's coming up, so I want to focus on working a bit more on myself, you know, pulling away from the distractions and focusing on the things that matter. One of those is going to be losing some weight. I'm not going to lose. What I want to do is transform the weights that I have into a bit more muscle than just fats. Also, this was brilliant from him because the drush came in. Oh, look at that! Hold on, I didn't even see it. Look at that. Look at my point of view. Look at my point of view. See that? He hides the drush to the last second. And here I didn't have the time. I reacted almost instantly, but it's got there, like perfectly played from him. And now I'm screwed. Wait, am I Muslim? Yes, I am. And now I'm really screwed. So I'm gonna lose 1-0 right away. And I had to delete the lumber camp. Right here, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I actually thought I just lost on the spot. And I probably should have lost, to be honest. How long is the fasting for me? In Argentina, it is...
You absolute madman. I couldn't believe you did that. You know exactly what I mean. I hate that it worked, but congratulations.
Frozen hot pepper pizza, thanks to the 13 months. We're talking about the Flemish Revolution in the last game. It's okay, we can have spoilers on this channel, it's fine. We're gonna see it as we get there. Yeah, it's absolutely broken. I also hate that it works, but I have to use it myself. Are you looking forward to KOTD? Yeah, I am. KOTD is not my favorite tournament. I will be completely upfront about that. Just because I don't think it's very interesting to play only Arabia for tournaments. It takes away a lot of the preparation and the drafting skills. But I still love to play AoE2, and Arabia is, you know, the bread and butter of it. So I will still enjoy it. Yeah, here he gets max value from the scouts. I remake the lumber camp. This is a mistake. I should have made it back here. Remaking it here leaves me susceptible to archers. This was another big mistake. So I've made 2 big mistakes so far, and that's not looking too good for me. I should have made the lumber camp back at this side. Let Leary win this time. You know, Leary is the favorite to win this KOTD, right? You know he's the best Arabia player in the world. It's Leary favorite number 1, and probably Viper favorite number 2, and me favorite number 3 probably for this tournament. I think Yo is also way more dangerous on Arabia, even though he doesn't think that. I think he is. Thanks for showing me Green Arabia minimap in your new video. No problem, Snowman Rick. Osamo, thanks for the prime for 12 months. Appreciate it. Yo chat, what's the best civ when playing on Xbox and we don't do random civ? Crack top 50 with human all-in feudal. On Xbox the meta is about all-in push, so I recommend you try something like...
What's the first tournament you ever won?
I recommend you try something like Khmer, all-in scouts into all-in knights. You don't need a barracks, or you can try something like you know, Frank scouts into knights, go all-in. You can try Saracens using the market, that kind of stuff. First tournament I ever won was, well, first big tournament S tier was Hidden Cup 4. And then after that I won Holy Cup, then the Grand Melee, and then NEC 4. So I have 4 S tier wins for AoE2. Hey Hera, I was in Berlin, 2 great games I have to say. Yo, Tate Tough, what's up? Did I see you at the meetup? Hwang FC any good for Xbox? I think it should be good in theory, yeah? Should be good. Finally get to catch a stream, hell yeah? Yo, Maddie, what's up? Welcome to the stream, my man. Yeah, at this point he's trying to pressure in. He's going fast castle behind us, but it's a fast castle with a few archers to put pressure, which is actually really annoying for me. So now I don't know what to do. Like, do I make skirms to kill the archers? Do I make scouts to put pressure on the map? Or do I just rush the castle myself? There's like, I have no idea what to do, you know?
Congrats, Hera.
So he played really well here.
Series it was. Probably the highest level of O2 I have witnessed. Simply insane.
Thank you, bro.
Might have teared up seeing how wholesome it was.
Oh, the ending was so wholesome. Type of 1 in the chat if you saw the ending of NEC 4. That was like wholesome overload, bro. I was about to cry myself. All the players waving, clapping for Nilly. They clapped for like the production team. They clapped for Vodka. They clapped for everyone. It was absolutely like the most wholesome thing I've ever seen, bro. It's so amazing to be part of that. It's so amazing to be part of that. That was probably the best part of NEC, to be honest. The ending. That was so good. See, now I'm rushing, to wall this because I realized, oh my god, it sucks that he can run here. If I walled this from the start, like a proper Q1 player, I would have been feeling really good. But now he's running in here and it's super awkward because my wall got denied. So just this is definitely something I learned for next tournament. Attic, thank you for 10 gifted subs, man. Really appreciate the support, bro. Thank you so much. It's crazy. Thank you so much, bro. We'll make a video about current meta for bounce. For bounce. Oh, for bounce, yes. Oh, that's Timon. What's up, bro? The bounce meta, it's not yet discovered, bro. It's not yet discovered. We're still figuring it out. Console stream 1? Never. I don't see myself playing on console, but I am making guides for you guys to get better. Did I see the after movie from GL? Yes, I did. Bounce question mark? It was the game that was played in between sets that was like bouncing the ball. Okay, anyway, guys, we have crossbows from Leary. I'm up 20 villagers, but can I hold this crazy pressure? I start with a tower on the back. He tries to run in here. Look at this guy. He's trying to run into under my TC. I was so scared. I'm like, yo, wall everything. But this ended up being good because I killed one archer, weakened the rest, so this was actually fine. If you ran in here, I maybe lose the game because I just lose like 20 vills. Because of thumb ring, so it would be really, really tough. Chatel California, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream, bro. Yeah, so you know, I'm kind of surviving here somewhat. Thank you.
2 questions. 1.
Okay.
Did you move to Argentina? I know you live in Canada, and 2, who did you get into?
Okay, so did I move to Argentina? I'm currently traveling a little bit and visiting Argentina. I don't talk about the personal life too much, but I am currently in Argentina, but I was born and raised in Canada, and my family is part of my family is still in Canada. Other part of my family is, or my extended family is in Jordan. I come from the Middle East, and yeah, so that's kind of the situation. I will probably eventually make my way back to Canada, at least temporarily, or we'll see where life takes me. And then how did I get into AoE? Into AoE, I got into it because my brothers were playing it when I was young. I started playing it when I was a really small kid as well, 5 to 6 years, playing just single player. I get a lot of nostalgia from the campaigns, and I got into multiplayer at age 13 in 2013. So there you go. Chatel California, thanks for the 20 months, and thank you Anonymous for the $25, man. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I answered your questions pretty well. Okay, here I'm just completely panicked. I'm just losing everywhere. So I'm okay. I'm gonna go elite skirm. I'm gonna sneak out here, and I think this is the reason I eventually win the game, because I'm able to take stone and gold, which is usually very hard on this map because the gold and stone are on the outside. And look at this. He has his militia here. If he just moved his militia a little further in, he would have seen me. So that was a mistake from him, because if he caught me, I'd lose on the spot. Like, on the spot. As soon as he scouts me, boom, my game is lost. But I got a little lucky, and here I'm just microing with skirms. The reason I'm doing this micro is to actually distract him, so he doesn't focus on what's important. I make him focus on like the random shit like this. So I'm doing this to distract him a lot, force his issue here. I didn't think I was going to kill the Mangan or anything like that. Thank you, Addict, for another 10 gifted subs, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that militia was a slacker, bro. He should have done his job.
How did you enjoy business?
I answered that earlier, but I really love business class. It was an amazing experience. I don't think I'm going to get it anytime soon again, but if there's ever any opening, cheap seats, I will take it. Business class is great. Oh, this is brutal. Imagine if I just walled here. Like, I lost so many vills. Again, this is why we watch these games, right? Yeah, I'm spoiled for life now, I swear. Yo, Lupinamit, thanks to the prime. What's up, bro? And here I was really scared chasing him. So I actually stopped chasing him here because I didn't want to chase him to the point where he runs his cavalry, or that he runs up here and finds my stuff. So I actually stopped chasing him there. Am I still in school? No, I dropped out of school 2 years ago. I did 1 year of university, then I stopped to focus on content creation, and it was a good decision for me. School is a bit overrated. At least past high school, it's a bit overrated, honestly. High school, I mean, high school itself is kind of garbage in some ways, but you kind of have to do that because or else you do nothing with your life. But I think if you have something else in your life that it generates money and occupies your time in a good way, then focusing on that isn't a bad thing. And school is also pretty fine, like if that's what you like. But. No, I think I did some really crazy micro with the TC here. This is just like high level AoE from both of us. This is so hard for us both to play. Like he's shooting, I don't know where he's shooting. He's got 2 Mangonels. I got my 5 skirms, my 1 Mangonel. I'm playing defense, it's easier. He's gonna hit my skirms here. Oh, that's crazy. I love this. Then he dodges, then he dives in, decides against it, goes for a no looker, shoots, dodges. 1 for 1. Crazy stuff. I think his push came in a little late because I'm up 20 bills. If you got a siege a little earlier, I could have been in a lot more trouble. It was the first match I don't ban Cumans and picked them? Yes. Only other time I didn't ban Cumans was in the first round where I had no ban. I'm a software engineer. Uni was useless. All it did was getting me interview. But in reality, everything I know is self-taught or learned on the job, nothing from uni. I've heard that multiple times. The rat knew that we had no practice against humans. BM. I was actually planning this from nights before. I thought about it at night. I was like, I will do this. I wanted to do it to him in group stage, and then I said, no, I don't want to do it in group stage. I want to do it in the finals if I face him there. I saved it from like day 3 of the tourney. I saved Cumans on Alcott versus Larry. I was so happy about it. And you know what? I almost lost because I made so many mistakes in early game. I almost lost. But I'm happy I was able to win in the end. But like everything I wanted to do failed because I made some really stupid mistakes. I'm happy I won Northern Isles. You always dodge practice. Door knock. Hi, congratulations to the win. Thank you, Midship. Appreciate you, man. Can I hear the reactions from spectators during the game? No, because the guys at the meetup were in a completely different venue, and the spectators we had in the apartment were just the other players, and they knew not to make that much of a scene in between games. Oh my god, huge hit from the Mangonels. That was crazy. Yeah, Leary is the best Mangonel micro in the world. Forget about MBL, forget about Mr. Yo. It's actually Leary. Like, that's the correct answer. The popular answer is like MBL because he makes them the most, but Leary is actually just way better. Like, simple as that, honestly. He's so good with Mangonel. Now the militia finally spots my TC. I think at this point he realized I need to be on gold, so he's gonna go kill me. But I think, yeah, I think I got a lot of value from this already. So now I'm gonna lose this, but I'm actually not unhappy. I think I should have ran away here. Right now, a smart play would be to run all my builds back. That would be really smart. And then right away at the same time go here. But obviously, he's already watching for me here, and he has his knights already around, so it's not so simple. But yeah, I should have ran away earlier. I thought I can defend better than I did, but no way. Hello, Hera. Congratulations on the win. It was very well deserved. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Nikov also has good Mangonel micro. And it's not to say that Mangonel, like, MBL's Mangonel micro is bad. It's just that Leary is on another level with those Mangonels. Like, he's so good. He's literally never looking away from them. But at the same time, he's managing 3TC eco. Like, he's obviously looking away, but it feels like he's not. Like, look at this. He splits 4 Mangonels, he splits, so I can't hit. Like, oh, are you serious, bro? Actually, even better, we move going to the right further, up here. That would buy me more time, but I would lose the vills. Maybe running with half my vills here and then half my vills back would be correct. Yeah, but definitely not staying there. So that was another mistake. As you can see...
The name is Dr. Ben Song. You're a time traveler.
Right. Good to know.
Go knights and try to get back the map. He had a lot of Mangonel, so I thought I can, clear him out. Well played, NEC. Also felt that both you and Leary were on another level. Thank you, man. I thought we did great. Nobody for the relics. There's so much gold on this map that relics don't really matter. It's a nice boost. Like if Leary wants the relics, he can take them. I can't really take them because I have no map control. That castle's terrible from him. I hate that castle. What? That castle's so bad. Oh, he might have lost the game on that castle. If he right now came forward with a castle here, I lose the game on the spot. I'm not here. You already have vision of this side. You don't need a castle as well. If he made a castle here where I'm now taking gold, I could have lost right here on the spot actually. If he just went camels forward, like 4 or 5 camels, 10 vills castle. Good Mangano shot there. TGN style, thanks to the prime for 4 months, appreciate it. So big mistake from him on that castle placement. My teammates suck at placing castles. Leary putting them in the wrong spot, Hart putting them on the flat ground right next to a big hill. Do you share my opinion that Velez has still room for improvement talent-wise, and could you, Viper, and Leary join to build a big 4? I think Velez, I was talking about it with Nilly, we kind of agreed that Velez is more consistent, but has a lower ceiling than guys like Tato and Yo. Yo and Tato have a higher top level, but Velez is much more consistent than those 2 players. And I think you can make an argument for Velez being top 5 because of that. I'm surprised Leary might Stone. Yeah, Leary was 2017 Leary as well. And not just this game, in a lot of games. Oh, and the Steppers Viper. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah, 100%. Getting raided by 2 knights, losing 30 bills. Having 1 army focusing on it all game. Yeah, it was some weird 2017 Leary vibes. Very happy one here. I feel like no one deserves to win more with all you do. Thank you, Snowman Rick. I appreciate it. And I do think other people deserve to win as well. Like there's a lot of strong competitors there, man. It was really close. I like Leary's farm placement. Really efficient. Yeah, he's pretty good at that. Yeah, very efficient, by the way. I'm just kidding. Do you think Velez should have beaten Viper in the quarterfinals? Should have is a weird word because at the end of the day he didn't. But I thought he probably could have won one of those games that he lost for sure, like being up 3-1. But the problem is he burnt a lot of his good civs at that point. So I think it was just a nice comeback from Viper. I didn't see any game where like Velez should have won. That's why I don't really like that word in this case. Yeah, it was just like a good series. Did Velez rage quit in the last game? If Velez rage quit, yeah, I saw him throw his PC out the window. He smashed his keyboard. He got up and just pushed Viper out of the way after he lost. He was fuming. 100% a rage quit. Nah, I don't think, on serious note, I don't think Velez is known for, getting mad or anything like that. He's pretty solid mentality-wise. He probably just thought he was dead. I think he was. Now I'm going for like knights, and at this point I think he should have went heavy camel, but I was preparing Halberdier as well because I was scared of heavy camel. I'm not sure, guys. I need your opinion on this one. He goes CA here. Should he have went CA and then heavy camel right away? That might have been the best choice, right? I think T90 mentioned flaming camels, but like I don't think that works. Like it's not a community game, you know what I mean? Like if I see flaming camels, I'm not gonna run into them. I'm gonna like spread out my units and be fine. I think he got scared when he saw your pikes, so he stopped doing camels. I think if you went regular CA into heavy camo, that would have been good. Did Yo say something about 05 to you? Yo said after the series that I played freaking amazing, and that was a really nice compliment from him. It's also really humble from him to say that after a series like that. A lot of people can just say nothing and be salty, but he was really cool about it. A lot of respect. I wouldn't be able to do the same, honestly. I'd have to tell the guy on the phone like the day later. Can't tell that to his face after I just get clapped, you know. Nah, Yo's a good guy though overall. Will I go back to Canada one day? We'll see what the future holds, man. I think he thought the CA would do better on the hills. That is true, yeah. The problem with CA, you know what the problem is? I can run at CA and then do everything else in the game, where he has to sit back and micro. Like he has to constantly hit and run to the CA, where I can just run at them with paladins and then look away, and that's the big deal.
Gyűjtögetek.
You and Hera have the best competitor vibes, all the trolls and the compliments? Yeah.
Építkezek.
Before the tournament, Yo said he's in the 5-0 me, and then he said, I'm joking, I would get one game. Well, it did not work out as planned for him. Wait, is someone outside my door? Was that you making the noise? I keep hearing noises outside my door. Did you expect to 5-0 him? No, obviously not. I thought it would be a close set. But I thought I would win. I was very confident going into it. I mean, I always think I'm going to win. If you go into a set thinking you're going to lose, then, you know, chances are you had bad preparation, or you're the heavy underdog, which I just, you know, it wasn't really the case me versus Yo, but I felt like I was, you know, feeling pretty good about it, but I thought it was going to be a close set. This game is awesome to watch. This game might have been the best game of the finals, actually, now that I think about it. It was between this one and the Berber game on Golden Swamp, and the Enclosed game. Those are probably the top 3 games. But this game was sick. I think I made a nice comeback to get back into the game. Even here, he's got a lot of vills. But I don't, what went wrong? Like he had a lot of vills. Maybe inefficient economy? No, he's fine. Yeah. His economy is pretty fluid. Just the wrong units. Oh, he went Hussar. Oh, no. That's the problem. He went Hussar. If he just went heavy camel, that would have been way better. Get more vills on gold. Like, take 10 off food, send them to gold, and then just go camel CA, right? That would be way better than Hussar CA. Like, he should have still won from this position. Because if he has 10, 20 camels, I can never jump on the CA, and that's a big deal. Yeah, Hussar is more expensive than camel when you have a lot of gold. I agree. Yeah, you don't have infinite gold, but you have a lot, of course. Yeah, so now, like, look, the Hussar gets shredded. If that was camel, they would have been much stronger versus the paladins, and they would have dealt more damage. They would tank more and do more damage, so they would just be better in a lot of cases. These 2 castles helped me a lot, by the way, to not die to any raids. I also rewalled here, so I played really smart on defense this time around. Are there any tactics you guys prepared for NEC that you didn't get to show or try? Yes, only one strategy. I don't know if I should reveal it though. Probably not worth revealing it. I think there's one strategy that we didn't really get to show. Yeah, pick up that Hussar. Yeah, I have the one militia somewhere. The casters for sure mentioned that. What's up, Kibachaka? AM Top Secret Playbook. Yeah, keep these things on the down low. Yeah, the CA just don't do enough damage. Like, look at that. The CA do good damage, but only if they get to shoot. He shot like 3 times and he has to run. The Hussar are just getting melted. Like, Paladin are just so much stronger when I can just patrol and I have a lot of gold. He needed the camel to deal with the raids and to body block a bit more. I sold my stone to get more Paladin. I'm also preparing more Trebs, so I want to go for the big push soon. When is Canada the next game for Nations Cup? I don't know. Will I be playing? If it's an important match, I will try to play, yes. What were the prepared strats? Ethiopian Scouts Enclosed? The truly, like, off-meta strats was Ethiopian on Enclosed, Scouts and Archers mix. We had a Mongol Step Lancer on African Reeds. We had one more versus Yo. I'm trying to think of it. We had the Monk Crush on the Northern Isles. I did it versus Viper, and we had one more versus Yo. I forget. So, like, that was like the few off meta that we used. But otherwise, we just tried to understand the meta and which are the best civs and stuff like that. The Rocky Forest ones, yeah, but I'm not talking about those. That was the one we didn't use, the Rocky Forest strat. We might as well save it because you never know when you see Rocky Forest again. It's a pretty good map. I think we'll see it again for future tourneys. What's the map on which you had the most fun? Kawazan maybe. Kawazan is a sick map. And Northern Isles. Northern Isles is my favorite water map. Might even be my favorite map actually. I love Northern Isles. so good. Leary hates it, but it's so good. And like, you see how my paladins are just melting through Hussar? I'm telling you, Hussar is a terrible unit right now, guys. Terrible, terrible unit. Northern Isles is hands down the best water map out there. Best water map ever created. So good. I was telling everyone, you need a water map where landings are easier to be done. And starting with the transfer ship, making the islands very close together, did that perfectly. It's probably your favorite because you actually destroyed on Northern Isles? No, I destroyed because it was my favorite. It's not my favorite because I destroyed. You have it mixed. Because Roxy told me the Bengali strategy. True. Roxy came up with the Bengali strategy way back in the day, and I've been loving Bengalis there. But I've been loving Vikings there as well on 3 start as well. Freaking Roxy randomly came up with one of the best tips on the map. 5-headed it. Trebs are putting some damage on the buildings here, and I'm just getting the castle up, trying to secure some ground. Now, at this point, my paladin are just fighting a little too hard. He's mixing in heavy camo, so now it gets a bit dicey. Now I have to mix in Halb. But the thing is, had he done that, had he done the camo switch earlier, I wouldn't have this position. So I got this position now, and now it's really easy for me to maneuver around his base. Called me a noob and I suggested Bengalis? Obviously. How not to? Bengalis are garbage until they actually turn out to be pretty good. But nowadays Bengalis are pretty solid, especially being in a monk meta and everything. Were there any results you were surprised by? Velez overperformed slightly. But then again, not really. You know, if he beat Viper, he would in the last round he would overperform. Velez performed really well though. Solid results. Probably was just surprised about Jordan not finding his stride in the tourney. If there's one. I see Paladin raids on the left as well. Very strong. This unit's pretty deadly if you got the gold to stand it. Like usually the problem with Paladin, right, is that you go for them, you get all the upgrades, and then you don't have gold to make them. But when you actually have gold to make them, it's a lot more interesting, you know? And at this point we can probably just fast forward because the rest of the game is pretty straightforward. I think some nice fights, and just completely chased him into his base pretty much. I'm just trebbing everything with the trebs here. I kill 2 castles, and I go for another castle, and there's just not much you can really do here. I'm also raiding him a lot at the back. I'm 200 pop, and yeah, just have so much gold set up. So I just felt like I came to the better composition with the Paladin plus Halberdier combo here. Pretty solid game though overall. Why is there so much noise in game? My game is like completely bugged. Spectators loved how you were raiding with small groups of 3 to 4 paladins instead of 8 to 10. Yeah, Hart taught me that actually.
Igen. Jó napot. Parancs. Értettem. Építkezek. Igen.
Hera, I tune into your stream to hear you make controversial but painfully true statements.
what controversial statement did I make, Mr. Comedian? Thanks for the $5, bro. What did I say this time? Oh, Kalazan, this is a nice one too. Rams suck? Rams do suck. True. Hussar bad, Monk best. I mean, Hussar are bad, Monk are the best. Also true. feel like I'm making pretty decent statements here. But maybe they are controversial. Now we're gonna start going through these games a little bit quicker here, I think, because I don't think my voice can take another 7 full games. Why is the star bad now? Why is the meta being called monk meta? It's just because it's the top level stuff. I already explained it earlier. Don't really want to go over it again. Oh, this is a really smart play from Leary. Look at this. He sees me with the, like he was gonna go make a dock himself, but then he sees me hovering around here, and he sends the Vil forward, and I actually get the quick wall, and then he just breaks it right away. And this is a disaster, because I lose my Vil, and I lose my dock, and he docks right next to it. So that is just so bad for me. And from here, it's pretty much GG on the spot, actually. I do my best though. I dock the other side, and this is also annoying. I missed this big fish. Oh, I missed the shore fish by 1 tile. That would have been good, because now I have to walk all the way around. It took forever to find one, and it delayed me even more. So things just not really looking good for me here. But I still feel like I had some chances to win. Let's see how it's looking from him. I also have some idle TC, so yeah, I'm getting some bad plays from a lot of different angles here. Have you seen these games casted? I thought the casters were great. I watched some games casted, not mine obviously since I'm playing, but a lot of them. Yo, defensive, what's up? Exodus 7 months on tier 1, bro. Appreciate it. Lately I've been Japanese meta arm rushing with just like 5 meta arm, and it just causes pure chaos. Yeah, it's a pretty strong strategy. Japanese men arms are deadly. Japanese in general is a pretty sick civ, I think. Yeah, and he even walled my dock. I didn't realize it till now, so I thought I was gonna go for the dock later. I just deleted it. I was like, whatever. I'm playing for land. He's also fishing. I was looking for his dock here. I knew it was gonna come eventually. I think he goes pretty soon for it. But he goes for his range first. I go for a range as well. Stamina for Sprite? It's a bit of the same for me. Yeah, so now I scout his dock, and I'm gonna go for fire galleys. I have to rush the gold because I wasn't really on gold earlier. I was making mainly skirms to just defend. I think MBO needs to critically fix some parts of his gameplay to remain competitive. I mean, MBO, he's always competitive though, to be fair. But you know, he can always improve. He's a good player. He can probably sharpen up his gameplay a little bit as well. I know their strategies and vice versa. For the most part, we both knew each other's strats, but we all tried to surprise. We both tried to surprise each other whenever we had the chance. I didn't know like all his strategies, and he didn't know all mine, but we knew what each player tended towards. Like for example, I know he likes to go archers on this map, so I went for skirms early, but then I switched to archers myself. Yeah, he's just doing everything right here. He's just like chilling, really abusing the berries because he's Portuguese. He got 9 bills there, and it's just really hard to stop this now. His stable cleared up some scrims from me. I actually managed to keep those 2 alive though, and they come up clutch. I kill a bill later with them. Oh, we're just the 1, I guess. Hello, Mencha. What's up? And I'm gonna be able to clear his dock, but the problem is he did enough damage to me here. With his whole like feudal age aggression to the point where he gets a slower castle time but way more army, and he's gonna come forward with all his archers now after he picks up, and I just have very little on the field right now. I stole my stone as well, so I don't have a tower, and I think I should have bought the stone back maybe. Sold all my food, bought the stone, made a tower here. I think it's the only way I hold this, because like running away all my gold feels so wrong. But then again, it's hard to say. It feels rough to just buy your 200 stone back as well. And if I do that, I can't afford crossbow. But then again, I can't afford crossbow anyways. So yeah, and then here I lose 2 bills. And it's pretty much all downhill from here. Really, really good pressure from him. He put on a pretty nice performance this game. This game drags on, but at this point it's completely over, so I'll probably just fast forward everything here. Just because I'm a little tight on time, I just realized I have to go somewhere in an hour and a half, so I'll try to get through these games in this hour and a half. Yeah, right here, I ended up playing a lot more because I might as well, like it's free to play, so I might as well play. But he did a good job spreading out his crossbows, really putting the pressure. The Mangonel's there as well, and look at how he's playing this. TC in the center with Portuguese. And he's just absolutely feasting on the berries. Look at this. 15 vills on the berries. The resources are going up so fast. Wood and food. And he's using the middle hill to put pressure with siege as well. The ram was great. Putting a lot of pressure onto my buildings. Yeah, Portuguese are just OP on this map for sure. I knew that, but I thought Japanese are fine. And Japanese are fine, to be honest, but that was pretty good micro for me. But I think the big problem is just losing my lake early like that. And his ram just killed so many of my buildings for free as well. Now he's switching to knights. I don't know why he's switching to knights here, but I like it. Because normally you only switch to knights if your opponent's on like skirms. But, you know, knights are just generally pretty good. The hippity hoppity dude. And yeah, I'm losing my TC here. It's an absolute tragedy. I go for some trades. Rams are good now. One ram is good. Rams are not. And now I move forward and I actually... It looks dumb now, but I actually feel like, man, I can maybe do something here. I killed a couple of vills here. I killed the Mangonel. I felt really good about it. I'm like, you know what? I have a TC. Like, I can go all in here. I might find something. And then I see freaking 10 knights run my way. And decide I have to just attack around my units because I got nothing else to do. I want to attack around the knights, but there's no way. It's got 10 knights plus 2 armor with the crossbows. It's completely over. And I got a nice little attack around on myself. And Diri goes back into the series with points. Hop into the next one. That was a really nice game from him there. Yeah, I thought for a second I maybe had a chance, but no way. Game 4. Wait, what? No, wrong one. Okay. Why is my in-game sound so... I have to restart my game. My in-game sound is way too loud. This is crazy, actually. It sounds so bad. That's a KD ratio shot? Yeah, ruining... Or actually buffing the KD stats. Well, not really, but buffing the kill stats at least. One of my favorite moments in tourney, it was so funny I was dying. I'm happy to hear that. Why is my in-game sound so high? Options. Oh, that's why it's so freaking loud. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. Leary or Britain's Malay.
Congrats on the tournament win, Hera.
Taker of the Hill, XL tier 1 for 4 months. Appreciate it. What's up, bro? Congrats on the tournament. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. I'm gonna go to 2. Alright, so here we have Britons versus Malay. Now, I actually didn't mean to pick Britons on this map. I wanted to go Mongols, but I kind of mixed myself up because before the tournament or before the series, I wanted Britons, but then after my draft, I said, okay, I'll go Mongols here. Then I went Britons anyway, so that kind of messed me up for the later games. But for this game, it was fine. I think Britons are pretty good on this map. You get cheaper town centers, so your boom is super smooth. You get really good tech tree for water later on, and you also get the sheep bonus for the early game. So I thought in general Britons are pretty good, but in this particular draft I should have went Mongols. However, I do think I should have won this game. I did a lot of damage to my scouts. Had I walled earlier, could have made something happen. So I'm going to take a look here, see what exactly went wrong. Because a lot went right for me. Grab my dock. And I'm going to do the same thing I did in the set versus Tato, which is just to go for some scouts after I open with a dock to confuse him. And the dock also pays off. You go 2 fishers, and it ends up being nice. Like you pay the 150. Let me think about this one. You pay the 150 wood, then the 75, so another 150, and in exchange you get 225 res from the fish, and you also force them to make a fire galley. That's pretty decent. I spent 300 wood to get 300 food and forcing him to kill me. Well, I didn't get 300 food, I got 250 food, but that's fair. And I still have the dock for a while. So the fishes pay off, but his fishes obviously pay off way more. And now I get a lot of Vil kills here. I'm gonna kill one Vil, and I kill the second. I'm not looking for more as well. I get a third, I think I get the fourth as well here. No, I get 3 kills. That is huge. At this point I thought, oh man, this is great. I think, you know, I'm looking good for this game. It's not over yet, but I have a lot of potential. But I think at this point, instead of getting too fancy with the scout micro, I should have started walling this side to protect myself against a counterattack. Or at least, if not now, at least soon. Koreans are pretty good on this map, but Koreans are just not the best in general, so you wouldn't want to go Koreans randomly. But they're not bad. If we see maybe a best of 11, then Koreans can be okay for this map. Good defense from him against the scouts. His initial defense was sloppy, but now he played pretty well. Now I'm trying to snipe his fish, and this is where the counterattack comes in soon. Well, at this point, again, I should have walled. Had only 1 spear. I focused a bit too much on the scout micro and not enough on my own base, and that definitely cost me a lot. Definitely something I'll learn from this game. And I'm playing the strat with Turks Rush Imp, and it's amazing 13 win streak. Mr. Rary, happy to hear that, man. That's sick. Yeah, the Turk Fast Imp on Arena, eh? Yeah, it's a legendary strat. Yeah, and right here he's going out, so had I walled earlier, it would have been much better. Like, I'm playing way too open, way too exposed, way too greedy. My scouts aren't putting that much pressure, you know? And I'm doing good plays with my scouts, running around. But I don't find, I think I find 1 more kill, but like it's not worth it because of how much damage I'm gonna take. Had I walled and got a faster castle, I would have been in a good position. Hold for ransom next to the prime sub, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm completely oblivious, even taking some of the hunt here. Now I get Town Watch. I see a scout. Town Watch is good. I like that upgrade. I needed some walls, so I'll go for the second dock. Ouch. There was really zero reason not to wall. I just didn't think about it. But did I see the range? I did see the range. Big misplay for me. Big misplay. I'm still looking at the scouts. That's why I'm not thinking a microing. Freaking micro player. I killed 6 villagers, but I'm gonna lose a lot of my economy right now. To 3 archers. Had I just walled, I'd be up so much faster and be chilling, man. That sucks to watch, actually. I watch your vids all the time on YouTube, man. Oh, hold for ransom. That's awesome. Welcome to the stream, bro. Happy to have you here from YouTube. Hopefully you enjoy my stream as much as the YouTube vids as well, bro. Yeah, this is just a lot of damage taken from me now. Because I'm up to Castlage. This is where I'm the most fragile. I want my economy to be good, so in Castlage I can drop town centers. But it's an absolute disaster. Like, I can't wall this in time. I drop a stable, but then I'm going to lose a Vil. I have to run away all my berries. I don't lose the Vil, but I'm going to lose the stable here, actually. And I don't know what to do here. So I just make a tower because I'm panicked. I delete my stable. I go for some walls instead. And that tower maybe wasn't necessary, I don't know, but I go for it anyways. Now, since it's tier 1 for 3 months, bro, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
O Marquês de Gramont. Desafio para um novo. Ganhar ou perder é uma saída.
Quero que encontre a sua paz, mas uma boa morte só vem depois de uma boa vida.
the game for myself right before Castle Age, you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't take damage on land, then okay, water would be great because I'm safe on land. I go water, I have a lot more resources. But because I took so much damage on land, going water just doesn't make sense. So I should have cancelled all the water ambitions and focused on land first. So definitely messed up there again. I tried to wall, but I remade the farm after deleting it, which is embarrassing. Losing more vills here. Yeah, so now I see where the game went wrong. Before I didn't really understand why it went so wrong, but now I see it all in HD, 4K. Knight goes down here. I'm still taking damage to those archers. They kill so many. 3 archers killed so many vills and idled so many of my villagers. It's ridiculous. I lose that vill too. That hurts to watch actually. And now I'm just completely dead. I'm 10 vills down. I have to mine stone. My water play didn't really accomplish anything besides killing 2 fish. And yeah, his economy is in a much better shape than mine is. So that's pretty much the game. Yeah, we can probably fast forward from here because at this point it's pretty much over. My economy is an absolute disaster. I get Horse Scholar, now I wall, but it's obviously too late for that. He did a great job of just making a few archers, by the way. He didn't actually need to go like full on crossbow, like 2 range. He just went for a little bit of pressure and that's it. And it's worth showing this one last good play from him, I think, like, where it really mattered. Like now, you might be thinking it's somewhat winnable for me if I come back into the game, but he did something really nice with these archers. Reach him around here. This game's hard to watch. Yeah, a lot went wrong for me. I didn't realize when I was playing how much went wrong, you know? So that's why it's really nice to watch it back. Right now I'm microing my ships, I'm focusing elsewhere, and I'm actually trying to attack him myself. So I'm hitting, you know, with some knights. Feeling pretty good about that, but at the same time, he comes in with crossbows and he's just 2-tapping my vills. He kills 3, he kills 4, he kills 5, and I only realized now and he just runs away, so yeah, I completely destroyed my entire economy. I do kill some villas as well, but his economy is much more stable than mine. He's got more farms set up and just better economy in general. I go for Siege Workshop here. I think that's a mistake. The archers weren't causing me that much trouble. In hindsight, I think a 3rd TC back here would have been better. And just focus with monk defense versus the crossbows. That was awesome from Leary. Yeah, great play there from him. So what you're saying is you could have been up 4-0? Yes, but Leary could have been also up 4-0. You know what I mean? Like we both made mistakes in every game. So because the level is so evenly matched, I feel like in every game it's winnable for both players. Except actually no, except the Portuguese game. That was a loss for me. 9 times out of 10 I lose that. Maybe even like 19 times out of 20. I convert the demo, get a nice shot, but I think that's still a fair trade from him. Maybe I can ask you something not related to the best of 9. I lose every game against early imp on arena. Any good strategy against it? Early imp with Turks. Versus fast imp is a really broken strat in general. Versus Turks fast imp, you should look to go all in castle. So look to go like full knights, or if you're playing like Goths, you can go full husk roll or something like that to counter it. But don't try to go imp yourself. Just play full castle if they go fast imp. And if they're just going earlier imp than you, then try to find a way. It depends on the game. You won all the series on a single loss. How many consecutive series was that? 5 in group stage and then 2 more after that, so 7. Amelia Harbor is too strong. Oh, big demo there. I didn't get any conversions on the fire galleys though. Not that I was unlucky, he just didn't really let me get some. I think I was unlucky here, yeah. I mean, not really. It was like 50-50. Now he goes castle here. As soon as I saw the castle, I knew he was Imperial Age, by the way. But I said to myself, okay, I hope he's not Imperial Age. Because if he is, whatever. But if he's not, then maybe I have a chance. But it's obvious he's Imperial Age. I had a 20 vill lead, but not much I can really do, to be honest here. Even with a 20 vill lead. Your timing on the engagements of the tourney was some of the best I've seen, using hills, flanks, surrounds, etc. It was on another level to other players and gave you such additional value. Thank you, bro. Do you get nervous against Leary Micro? No, I don't really get nervous. right now. I used to get nervous, but nowadays not so much. And then now he's going Redemption Monks, which is a great choice because with Redemption he's able to convert my buildings, put so much pressure. He even has +3 range, so you can convert, like, he converted my stable, Elephant rushed me. He was doing all kinds of things to me with those Redemption. Like, so many of my buildings are going away, and it's really annoying. And like, my economy wasn't that bad. If I had 5 minutes where I'm undisturbed, I can get to some really nice compositions like Galleon Light Cav or Trebs Galleon, something like that, like Fast Fires Galleon Heavy Demo. I can get to really crazy compositions, but I just got literally 0 time. I've even trying to get some Light Cav and some monks, and it was okay. I did a good job coming back in, like somewhat, but Levy's hold of the center was too good. He had 1, 2, 3 monasteries, some docks producing, some ranges. He had a good mix of everything. And even the stable with the elephants, which was also pretty annoying as well. So he had, you know, a mix of all the units. He couldn't really ever break out of it.
Igen. Jó napot. Gazdáltvág, értem. Megyek. Építkezek.
And now I'm trying one last play. I'm going to flank from both sides with fast fires. And then I'm going to try to boom behind it so I can survive. And then also bring some light cav at the same time. That's what I'm aiming for. But as you can see, as I fast forward, I never really get any good fights under the castle and under his monks.
Was rooting for you, Smile.
So I mass up as much as I can. I go in here, 5 on this side, 8 on the bottom, 4 light cav, and it was not enough. A couple conversions for him. Castle's working its way down my fire galleys, my fire ships, and it's GG. 2-2. I have to piss. I'll be right back. Sight, thanks for the 13 months tier 1, bro. Appreciate it. 1 second.
Igen, értettem. Megyek. Igen, azonnal. Építkezek.
Szolgálat, rendben. Igen, értettem. Igen, uram. Rá előre! Parancs, rendben. Igen, értettem. Igen, uram. Rendben.
Szolgálatára. Jó napot. Igen.
Igen, értettem. Rendben. Szolgálat, támadás. Parancs, előre. Igen, támadás. Szolgálatára. Igen, értettem.
Parancs. Jó napot. Igen, értettem. Megyek. Igen, építkezek.
Igen, előre. Parancs, előre.
Igen.
Szolgálatára. Igen, értettem. Igen. Előre.
Parancs.
Építkezet. Jó napot. Építkezet.
Apa sasananya, Baginda?
Yasukuka Baginda. Apa Shasananya Baginda. Here.
Swasti.
Apa Shasananya Baginda. Here. Yasukuka Baginda. Apa Shasananya Baginda. Here. Yasukuka Baginda. Here. Yasukuka Baginda. Yasukuka Baginda. Apa Shasananya Baginda. Here.
Аз готов. Зиждител. Здрав. Зиждител. Приказание. Собирател. Да, собирател.
Да, аз тотчас сделаю. Приказание. Собирательница. Аз готова. Аз да, правильно. Тотчас аз делаю. Зиждительница. Здрав, собирателница. Да, тотчас делаю.
Здрав, лесоръб, лесоръб.
Здрав, аз делаю лесоръб. Аз готова. Охотница, собирателница.
Да, охотник. Правилно.
Приказания, собирателница. Да, охотница. Приказания. Правильно. Тотчас, правилно.
Аз готов. Собирател.
Аз готов. Собирателница. Здрав, охотница.
Приказание. Зиждител.
Аз готов. Охотница. Приказания. Зиждителница. Собирателница.
Да, зиждител. Собирател. Здрав, охотник.
Да, охотница. Приказания.
Аз готов. Охотник. Да, охотник. Приказания. Охотник.
Да, охотница.
Аз готов. Охотник. Да, точно. Правилно. Зиждител. Собирател.
Аз готова.
Приказания. Здраво. Собирател. Аз готов. Зиждител. Собирател. Да. Приказания. Охотник. Здраво. Зиждител.
Здрав будь. Зиждительница. Охотница. Приказания. Собирательница. Да, охотница.
Аз готов.
Собирателница. Здрав будь. Зиждителница. Да, аз правилно. Зиждителница. Приказания. Собирателница.
К вашим услугам. Бой! Да. Да. Здрав будь, собирател. К вашим услугам. Так,
Здрав будь. Аз тот час сделаю. Аз тот час сделаю.
Да. Приказания. Так, аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Приказания. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Так делаю.
Аз готова. Зиждителница.
Да. Так, аз делаю. Господа. Бой!
Здрав Прокоп.
Приказания. К вашим услугам. Бой! Да. Аз делаю. Атака. Приказания. Бой! Ваши приказания. Да, господи. Ваши услуги. Приказания. Да, господи. К вашим услугам. Да. Атака.
Приказания.
Приказания. Лесоръб. Приказания. Бой!
Да, Рудокоп. Аз готова.
Лесоръб. Приказания. Услуга. Да, господи. К вашим услугам. Приказания.
Аз делаю. Зиждителница. Зиждителница. Да, зиждителница. Аз готова.
Да. К вашим услугам. Да, аз делаю.
Приказания. Зиждителница. Здрав будь. Зиждителница. Приказания. Зиждителница.
Зиждител.
Аз готова.
Аз готов. Зиждител. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю. Вашим услугам.
Да, тот час сделаю. Зиждителница. Аз готова. Зиждителница.
Да. Приказания. Бой! Да, к вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Да, господи. Приказания. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Да. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Да, аз делаю. Вашим услугам. Приказания. Бой! Атака. К вашим услугам. Да, господи. Да. Зиждител.
Приказания. Зиждителница.
Приказания. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Да, понятно. Аз делаю, господи. Понятно. Аз делаю. Да, господи.
Да, аз делаю. Зиждителница.
Здрав. Зиждител. Приказания. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Да, господи. Аз делаю. Господи. Да. К вашим услугам. К оръжию. Да, господи. Аз делаю. Приказания. Да, аз делаю. Бой! Приказания. К оръжию. Да, аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Да. Бой! Вашим услугам. Аз делаю.
Здрав будь. Да, тот час. Зиждителница.
Аз готов. Зиждител.
Приказания. Зиждителница.
Приказания. Да, аз делаю. Понятно. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю. Атака. К вашим услугам. К оръжию. Аз делаю. Да, господи.
Да, зиждителница. Здрав будь. Зиждителница. Аз готова. Здрав будь. Зиждителница.
Да. Понятно. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю.
Да. Зиждителница. Лесоруб.
Да. Приказания. Да. Господи. Аз делаю. вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз да, Господи. Да, Господи. К вашим услугам, Господи. Аз да, к оръжию. В бой. Да, Господи. Я так, аз да, Господи. К вашим услугам, Господи. Аз да.
Приказания. Аз тотчас сделаю. Зиждительница.
Да, вашим услугам. Аз да. Да, Господи.
Аз готова. Аз делаю. Зиждителница.
Приказания. Зиждител. 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 Зиждител.
Приказания. Приказания. К вашим услугам.
Да, тотчас делай. Здрав. Да, лесоръб.
Приказания. Да, да, Господи. Аз делаю. Понятно. Приказания. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Да, аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Приказания. К вашим услугам.
Приказания. Зиждительница.
Да, приказания. Да, Господи. К вашим услугам. Да, Господи. Приказания. Да, Господи. К вашим услугам. Да, Господи. Да. Аз да, Господи.
Аз готов. Приказания. Лесоръб.
Аз готова. Да, тотчас сделаю. Зиждительница. Зиждительница.
Да, тотчас делай.
К вашим услугам. Да, аз да, Господи. Атака.
Аз готова. Зиждителница.
Приказания. Лесоръб.
Да. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Приказания. Да, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. Да, аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Бой. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Я так. Вашим услугам. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Да. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Приказания. Аз делаю. Да, вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю.
Здрав будь. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Зиждительница.
Да, к вашим услугам. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Бой. Приказания. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Да, Господи. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. И атака. К оръжию. Да. Приказания. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю.
Да. Правильно. Час сделаю.
Да, вашим услугам. Да, приказания. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. И атака. Аз делаю. К оръжию. Бой. К оръжию. Аз делаю. И атака. Да, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. К оръжию. Да, Господи. Да, аз делаю. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Господи. Да, аз делаю. Господи. Аз делаю.
Аз готова. Аз тотчас сделаю. Зиждительница. Да. Зиждительница. Зиждительница.
Да, Господи. Бой. Да, аз делаю. Господи. К оръжию. Да, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Да, аз делаю. И атака. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Атака. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. К оръжию. Аз делаю. Господи. Аз делаю. Приказания. Аз делаю. Господи. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю.
Приказания. Правильно. Аз да. Аз делаю. Да.
Да.
Зиждительница.
Аз делаю. Господи. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. К оръжию. Аз делаю. И атака. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Приказания. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Да. Приказания. Аз делаю. Господи. Да, Господи. Аз делаю.
Здрав будь. Тотчас сделаю.
К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Господи. К оръжию. Аз делаю. И атака. Аз делаю. Бой. Да, Господи. И атака. Да, Господи. К оръжию. Аз делаю. Бой. Да, аз делаю. И атака. Да, Господи. К оръжию. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Бой. Да, аз делаю. Да, Господи. Да, Господи. Приказания. Да, Господи. Да, вашим услугам. Да, Господи. Аз делаю. Господи. К оръжию. Аз делаю. И атака. Аз делаю. Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. К оръжию. Да, аз делаю. Бой. Да, Господи. И атака. Аз делаю. Господи. Бой. Да, Господи. Говориш, аз да, Господи. Я так, меня, аз да, Господи. Бой. Аз да, Господи.
Приказания правильно.
Да, приказания,
Зиждителница.
аз да, Господи. Аз делаю. К вашим услугам. Приказания, да, Господи. Аз делаю. Аз да, аз делаю. Да, к вашим услугам. Да, Господи. К вашим услугам. Да, аз делаю. Да, к вашим услугам. Аз готов. Да, к вашим услугам. Так, аз делаю. Говориш, аз делаю. Аз делаю.
Аз готов. Аз делаю. Да. Правильно. Лесоруб.
Приказания услугам. Приказания, аз делаю. Господи. Да, аз делаю. Да, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. Аз делаю. Понятно. Приказания. Да, аз делаю. Понятно. Бой. Говориш, да, говориш, я так, аз делаю. Я так, Господи. Говориш, аз делаю. Да, Господи. Бой. Говориш, так, бой. Я так, говориш, бой. Говориш, бой. Так делаю. Говориш, бой. Так, бой. Так, аз делаю. Понятно. Говориш, так, аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Говориш, аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Я так, понятно. Говориш, так, аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Я так, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Говориш, к вашим занятиям. Аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю. Бой. Да, аз делаю. Говориш, аз делаю. Приказания, да, Господи. Бой. Аз делаю. Я так, аз делаю.
Приказания. Зиждительница.
Да, приказания к вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Я так, Господи. Говориш, аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Говориш, я так.
Здрав будь. Тотчас сделаю. Зиждительница.
Да, понятно, Господи. К вашим услугам. Аз делаю. Господи, я так.
Да. Зиждительница.
Здрав, собирател. Правилно. Зиждите ръдоко.
Аз готова. Зиждителница. Здрав будь. Да, аз правильно. Аз делаю. Лесоруб.
Приказания.
Да, тотчас делаю. Да, правилно. Да, аз тотчас делаю. Аз правилно. Да, тотчас делаю. Да, тотчас аз делаю. Аз готов. Ръдокоп. Лесоръб.
Приказания. Да, аз делаю. Тотчас сделаю.
Да. Зиждител. Ръдокоп.
Аз готова. Тотчас сделаю. Зиждителница. Приказания. Лесоруб.
Приказания. Зиждител.
Аз готова. Зиждителница. Здрав будь. Да, аз делаю. Зиждителница. Рудокоп.
Здрав. Правилно. Зиждител. Лесоръб.
Да, зиждителница. Руб.
К вашим услугам.
Да, тотчас делаю. Да, зиждител.
Да, аз делаю. Бой. Аз делаю. Так. Да, бой. Так, бой. К вашим услугам. Бой. Да. К оружию. К вашим услугам. Атака. Так, бой.
Здрав путь.
Аз готов. Зиждител. Приказание. Да. Бой. К вашим услугам. Приказания. Аз делаю. Да. Аз делаю. К оружию. Здрав путь. Зиждител. Приказания. Так, аз делаю. Так, бой. Приказание. Бой. Атака. Бой. Атака. Бой. Да. Атака.
Аз готов. Ремонт лево. Зиждителница.
Приказание. Аз делаю. К оружию. К вашим услугам. К оружию. Да. Бой. К оружию. К вашим услугам. Бой. К оружию. Бой.
Да, тотчас сделаю. Зиждительница. 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 Зиждительница.
Да. Тотчас, да. Ремонтник. Да. Бой. Бой.
Приказания.
Аз готов. Правилно. Здраво. Аз готов. Да. Аз делаю. Зиждител. Приказание. Точно делаю. Зиждител. Атака. К вашим услугам. Бой. Атака. Приказание. Бой. Атака. Бой.
Аз готова. Да. Тотчас сделаю. Аз сделаю. Зиждительница.
Здрав. Зиждител.
Приказание. Зиждительница.
Да. Зиждител.
Здрав путь. Зиждительница.
Да. Атака.
Приказание. Аз готова. Тотчас сделаю. Да, тотчас сделаю. Аз правильно. Зиждительница. Здрав, тотчас сделаю.
К вашим услугам.